I'm Chris Garlock here from the American Go e-Journal. Welcome to day 3. It's Tuesday, if I haven't totally jet-lagged myself here, of the U.S. Go Congress 2024 here in beautiful downtown Portland, Oregon. I'm Chris Garlock. Joining us to analyze our top board games at the Masters Tournament is In-Sung Hwang, 8-dan from Europe. He's an international Baduk instructor. Hold on, I need to mute myself here. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I had myself in my ear, which is not a good thing to have. Where was I? Oh, In-Sung Hwang. Yes, number 1 on the European Go rating list from 2013 to 2018. He is number 1 again this year. Congratulations, In-Sung.
Thank you. Yeah, I got some benefit from the war between Ukraine and Russia. Some Russian people are out. But still, it's good to be back on the post. Okay, can you hear me?
I'm getting, yes, but I'm getting double feedback here. So
maybe it's because of my sound. It's from me, huh?
Yeah, sorry about that, folks. We have me and Todd running the tech on this, which is we're good at certain things and not at other things. So, but hopefully you can hear me. In-Sung, you can hear me, yes?
Yeah, right. I can hear you.
Yeah, hold on, Todd. Hold on. I don't know. Just hold on one sec. Hold on one sec. We're going to get some technical assistance on this because there's a lag, and then I'm getting audio feedback, and this is just not going to work. It's going to be very confusing for everybody. So just 1 second. I'm sure it's a simple fix. Can you hear me now?
What's the issue?
So I can.
Are you
In-Sung, can you say something?
Yep. Okay.
So when I mute here, I can't hear him. When I unmute here, then I get myself coming back on the lag. Right. That's fine. So now I can hear him. Okay, but then it's gonna come back on the lag.
You have YouTube open.
You
had YouTube open.
So I'm okay now?
You want to hear yourself anyway.
I don't want to hear myself.
Don't have YouTube open if you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. We're all good now. Thanks for bearing with us, folks. We're back. Before we get started, In-Sung, and what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to take a quick run through. We have the top 4 games And we're going to take a quick run through the openings in all 4 of the top games, and then In-Song will dive into whichever of those games he wants, as he wants. We're going to have In-Song for about 2 hours. We'll take a break at the 1 hour mark. As always, if you have questions or comments about anything, including In-Song is not here in person with us at the Go Congress, which is very sad for us and his students. But it's very good news for In-Song. Do you want to tell us why you're at home, In-Song?
Yes, I'm here because I'm expecting to have my second child in about 2-3 weeks. So I need to be ready here.
Yes, you do. You're a good husband and good dad. Good decision.
Yeah, right. It's 8 years. I mean, my first kid is about 8 years. So in 8 years difference, we decided to have the second. So, okay, I couldn't join.
We're not hearing you.
It's okay.
There he is.
Okay, never mind. Yeah. So anyway, congratulations. That's wonderful news. Very, bad news for us, but good news for you and your family. And maybe we'll see the whole family at the Go Congress next year. I don't know.
Yeah. Hopefully we can make it.
So before we dive into the games themselves, Saturday night at the last minute, this team of Koreans showed up here in Portland, registered, and they asked to join into the U.S. Masters. And we didn't know anything about them. They were a little, I don't know if it was a communications thing. We couldn't find out anything about them. Anyway, so all of a sudden we have, I don't know, Todd, five, something, a bunch of Koreans that we don't know anything about. So I was asking
the last minute.
Last minute, we didn't know they were. We didn't know they were coming. So so I wanted to.
Korean too, so I hope you don't mind about it.
No. Listen, the Kevin Chow, the TD, was very happy to have a bunch of strong players.
Great.
But. There's been a lot of talk here, who are these folks, where did they come from, but I thought you can talk about the specific players when we look at their games. But you were telling me earlier when we were prepping for this, sort of explaining what's been going on with the Korean system. So I thought you could tell our listeners about that, or viewers about that.
In fact, in Europe, it's been already like more than 15 years that people get used to it. That bunch of the Korean strong players, amateur players, join the Congress, and they, always place in the top of the list after the end, final result. But in America, I think it is not, maybe first time in like 15, 20 years or something. They are the group which couldn't become a pro. But they were in Insei, in Korean, terms of Insei, 연구생, and then they couldn't become a pro, and then they keep playing, can keep studying and teaching. So while teaching, they study and keep trying to become a pro. And after many years, now we have some groups of this after Insei group, and that after Insei group was weaker than the actual Insei. After 18 years old, they need to go out of the Insei. And often they find another way. For instance, they get another job or they become a teacher, fully dedicated teacher. But nowadays, many youngsters up to like about 30 years old, they try to become a pro. And it's been about like 15, 20 years. So there are a bunch of people accumulated in that group. And therefore, there are 3 different groups in Korea now. The first is pro, and there is a Pro Baduk League, Go League. And then below this Pro League, there is a National League, it is called. It's changed. The name has been changed. But anyway, National League is the group of the strong amateur players who couldn't become a pro, but former Insei. And the group is over 100 people like that. And there is another group, Insei, that we know. And the strength between this Insei and after Insei group was, Insei was a lot stronger, but I believe that around like 2015, it was about equal. And when I went back to Korea and study in one dojo, it was 2018. And at that time, it was already flipped that after Insei group gets stronger. So it's sad that there are not many like strong youngsters in Insei, but another part is that this after Insei group become so strong. So now it is like Pro League and then after INSEE group and INSEE. And they are in the after INSEE group. And some of them, for instance, the first board, In-Soo Ryu, he joined the European Go Congress last year and won 10 games out of 10. So he got the title of the European Go Championship, not European, but Open Championship title. So it seems that he is like one of the top, of the INSEE groups. And there are some examples that the top of the after INSEE group members become a pro. I mean, it was quite unusual case, but nowadays it's quite common. And they quickly come up to like top 100 of pro, ranks. So they are actually quite strong, but they couldn't get the license, to become a pro. So we can say we're really like pro-ish level players.
I like it, pro-ish. They're not pro, but they're pro-ish. So yeah, it's well, thank you, and for explaining that, because we can tell, because the first day they all won. They all knocked out Mingju. They just went through the field. So we thought, this is, and I should remind folks, and maybe many people will know this, but in the European Go Congress has two winners. We have the tournament winner, which, as you say, is often one of these folks who comes in. But then they have the European Go champion, which is the top European player.
Yes. So they play in the same Swiss league, but the European pros, they play each other. So in the first week, because European Congress, they have 2 weeks. And after the first week, the winner of the Congress, European champion comes. And after the European Championship, they still play in that league. In that, the Swiss league, and keep playing. But often the European pros, they draw because they already lost some games, each other. But some like Korean strong amateurs, they keep winning, and then take the first or second like that. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah. To speak about these two guys, Ryu In-Soo, I don't know. It means that he must be like 25-ish years old. But On Seung-hoon On is the one who studied with me. So he was INSEE when I was in INSEE. So it means that he's quite old. It's like a grandpa.
No, you're so young.
Grandpa of the after INSEE group. But he is quite strong. He recently won one of the national tournament, amateur tournaments. So he's still in shape. So I'm curious about their match. I don't know who's gonna win. It's like a fight between the youngsters and grandpa.
Okay, let's take a look. And just a reminder, folks, if you have questions or comments, go ahead and put them, whether you're watching on YouTube or on OGS, put them in the chat. Todd, I'll wake him up. Todd is monitoring, and he'll relay those to us. So what we'll do is we'll go through the openings in all four, and then In-Song will choose which one he wants to go into in more detail. So over to you.
Yeah. I was a bit worried about checking 4 all games in short time, but in fact they played just like, I cannot say AI, but it's very standard way. So I was so happy to see that there are not many like difficult stuff, so I can just go through. So I believe that I can check all the 4 games.
Excellent.
So this is one of the most often played cases that after start 1 and 3 4 points, approach once and then enter the corner, not extending or approaching black hand, but instead, this is like a pretty fashionable one of the most fashionable opening formation after the AlphaGo, and white plays this one. Okay. Personally, I like this opening formation for black because white would take only one big side. So it's like, there is a proverb that you should not put all eggs in one basket, but white is like that. So that's why I don't like it. I believe in, the power that there is, A and B, and the lower side, whose side is this? No one is taken yet, but we can say that black has an advantage. And A and C as well. There is an advantage between A and C. So black is caring about that, have an advantage on that two sides. So that's why I really like this case for black. Shoulder it. We're going to check so many shoulder it. In the past, there was a proverb. If you don't know, tenuki. You know, is it? You don't know, tenuki.
Yes. Yeah.
Nowadays, there is a new proverb. You don't know, shoulder it. It shows like that it's not bad. Okay. So if you don't know what to do, then just play any shoulder like this. Great. White is making the area bigger, and therefore black entered. Black can enter like this. But someone, I know that he likes to have like points. He was very, I don't know whether this expression exists in America, but salty. He really cares about small points. Okay, it's like small money.
Salty?
Salty. It's like, the person's
Tasty.
character is salty. In Korea, we have that expression. But anyway, it's caring about guaranteed points. So instead of making a like early fight, it chooses the simplest, calmest option. And while approach is high, then more than 90% of the cases in pros games, they attach underneath and then just collect points like that. And this is the proper way, but in this case, black has nice potential on the lower side, so black goes up to the fourth line. White approaches to make the connection between all white stones. And black's reaction here, attach and attach, was also proper. White can enter here too. I was expecting that, and I'm teaching this as the proper way. So when black plays this one, as just like the actual game, white has a stronger connection than actual game position. You see that there is a little crack that black can aim that weakness. For instance, black comes here, then why need to worry about this connection? So this one is considered as a little bit better connection than this one. So I was expecting this, but white played here. Okay, why not? And instead of this one, black chose this one. This move, A, is similar to B, that black doesn't want to have like early fight. Instead of this one, black could have played this move, or like this one, to make a fight. It's quite tempting place, isn't it? Because you can split that white group and aim the weakness, but black just take it easy, to a wide extent. And black takes it, white doesn't like it, black brings the group out. This is just like, okay, normal, everything is fine. Okay. So after this one, I quickly counted while I was waiting for the opening that black, white both has like similar number of points, but white has this A potential plus komi, and black has this B potential and, sente. So it is just about even, I believe. That is what, white has and black has. White has komi, black has sente. And white's potential in the middle and black's lower side potential is about even. So nothing to tell. So was there anything good or bad particularly? Then I would say no. Okay, it's just like, how to say, like an art. They play like art. So
that's...
Oh, wow. Okay. So Seung-Hoon really get, how to say, one clear concept. He wants to collect points first and wants to erase. So this kind of move is so calm. If you do not have confidence, you cannot play this kind of move. Because, white is playing here to make this A area bigger. And often people tries to do something right away because they are afraid that opponent makes so many points, they just lose by that. But it's not. Okay. And this one, okay, big. White wants to exchange. If white does exchange like this, then this right side becomes a solid territory. If white doesn't do this, then black still might enter. Not maybe right away, but when black enters around here, and looking for entering, then can be annoying. So white wants to make sure to have this. It's a bit slow, but okay, possible. Black jumped, peep once, answered. If white doesn't answer, then I suppose this must be the one, or black can just simply play this one. But white didn't even play this, but here. So that exchange does look like pretty okay one for black. And black, okay, did not enter severely, but try to control the tempo.
Maybe this is, it looks like, because I've been waiting for the fighting to start.
Yes, they are accumulating power. But
I was thinking that this might be a good place to break and then go to game 2, and then we can come back and look at the fighting.
Right, we should do that. I think, okay. So some small fight will begin on the left side. But I think they both like that game, okay? Black likes black's way, white likes white's way. So they are not fighting each other, okay? We're all good, and then, don't touch each other. So let's move to the board 2. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll be moving to board 2 now, Todd.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So board 2, it is the game between Taekyum Kim and Shengda Tan. Okay, I don't know both of them. And Taekyum Kim sounds like Korean, and Shengda Tan sounds like Chinese American, I suppose. Mm-hmm. This game I saw up to this moment, and it was just like okay as well. And then attach one's knight move and white cut. So it doesn't look good for white to me. Okay, but we should check from the beginning.
Check from the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, opening was pretty calm. Extend approach, okay. Everything's fine, is it? Nothing to tell. Like this one is good too. White's extension, okay. It is one of the standard ways to extend from this one space and close on. Black bend. This is the influence collide area. Black may push or black may play knight move. Sometimes people ask which one is better. Is push better or knight move better? Then what I often ask back is that, do you like Hulk or Spider-Man? Then Hulk means that the Hulk has a lot of physical power, but very slow. Is it? So this one is the Hulk style move that giving pressure on this white's 4 stones. So therefore, later when black plays an extra move like this, what would take some pressure, okay? Or instead black plays shoulder and try to push like this, then that 4 stones would take some sort of threat. So if black likes to use this sort of power, black should push. But black doesn't like to give pressure, but wants to focus on black's area, then black can play knight move. This is, one line higher, so faster. So sometimes you need the Spider-Man, sometimes you need Hulk. So you need to find the right one according to the situation. But in this ordinary situation, it is just up to you. Which character you like? Okay, Hulk. Okay, go ahead then.
This is clearly a dad speaking.
Yeah, right. And after that, how should one erase this black's area? There are many ways. Is it? Why can just go smoothly like this? Or why can directly enter? Looks a bit too deep. Or why doesn't even need to play? Why can just play elsewhere, like shoulder or extend, and sides that I also have nice area. And white played shoulder. It seems he didn't know where to play, so he just played shoulder. And it is okay. And black's knight move. Okay, good. This knight move is also, shoulder. This jump, if black plays, then white's this group, A group, takes less pressure, because even if white plays elsewhere, there's no good continuation. But after having this one, in case white tenuki, which white did, and later black can push. Okay? This is like physical, pressure. So often people dislike this kind of move. So if white push black's back, then black can have much thicker, power on this area. So that's why black played here. But it has a weakness, the cut. Okay? White could have cut, but if I cut, then black can go through to naturally separate it. So that's why white didn't, and white tenuki. Okay, and black pipped. Okay, black pipped wants to ask. It is, like this kind of idea. When you don't know where to start, then it is better that you ask first. So you follow the game according to your opponent's response. So after black pips, if I connect it, then black has this block and tiger mouse to make the call. That possibility exists. Therefore, black doesn't need to be hurry. Okay, I have a living possibility, so I can just be easy like this. But if I play this one, then there is a weakness, so black can do something more direct. There is a similar example that I can talk. This is the case. Not exactly like this, but here. There is one famous case. For instance, after here, let's say black plays this one, then this invasion is considered as a very interesting option. White plays here because if black blocks, then white has a living possibility inside, like this one. White can look for saving the group inside. Therefore, if black dislike it, black need to block the corner to block the way that white can easily save the group in the corner. Then after block, white plays like here to let this group out, and black cuts, and then white attaches. It's like a circus, is it? That white is doing. Why white does here is because white is looking for finding a connection like this. When black plays here, white wants to make the double atari. So this is the way how I can use that thinness. So similar situation might come on the lower side, that after this one, if black enters, then black has some sense that moves around. So when white attaches, black can harness, so can look for this kind of weakness. So we can say that because white play here, this lower side is more opened, okay? But white blocked the corner. So this one strengthened the side, this one strengthened the corner. So when white plays here, I was expecting that black entered to this direction, but in fact, black entered the top area, and white answered very calmly, attach once, and then knight move. Normally jump or play like this one, so quickly, lightly run away, like fly away. But instead, black plays this one to let white cut. Okay. This time, white didn't tenuki. White can, I think white can tenuki, just leave it like this and to play somewhere else, like this, or continue playing for this area. But white couldn't endure and just cut. So locally, white gained a lot of points, but instead, the upper left white's area gets weaker. But that is, I thought that, if white takes a lot of points, but it is exactly what black was looking for. Black got this thickness and got a chance to attack. And if this A group gets weaker, then the B group is the next. Okay? It's not easy to handle both groups. So if I were white, I wouldn't choose this option. Probably I would choose tenuki from here, but play elsewhere. Okay? So it looks good for black after this one. So white went down, and black plays knight move to look for both groups. White played for this group, and black just stopped playing and then go to the upper side. So white gained profit around A, and black is looking for taking profit from B, attack from B. So which one would take more? Okay. I think
tough question, right?
More on black side. At least it is an interesting game for black. When you attack, to get a chance to attack, you need to pay for that ticket. It's like you pay and you get a ticket to enjoy this attacking. So A was black's payment. Black gave white this A area. Okay, you take like 20 points each area, and I get the ticket. And maybe I can get 22, maybe I can get 25 or 15. Let's see. But in this game, I believe that it is more interesting for black. So I prefer black.
Then one of the keys about the attacking, because I see this a lot of times with amateurs, is if you can kill, that's great, but the killing, it's really more to make profit while attacking. Yeah. Yes,
because your goal is to win, not to kill. That's why. So Go game is like that. It is not like Olympic games that you need to go higher or faster. So you need to be most efficient. At some point, you don't need it. For instance, you're leading like 5 points. Then you don't need to play most efficient way to win by 10. You don't need it. You should more like negotiate it. Is it working? Maybe. Then okay, you take 2 points because I'm still leading 3. This is the better way. So Go game is the game that you should pick the right place to enter, not go further or faster. But often people try to play, like most efficient or logical move, even though they are leading the game, and that causes a problem. So attack means that you attack until you take the lead. Just right after you take the lead, you should stop attacking, but need to shut the doors to finish the game. Okay? That is really important for win and lose the game. Okay, so I think black is enjoy attacking. This kind of case we need to count. White's lower left area is about 50, 50-ish area, and white has some other places like upper left corner, but nearly nothing. Upper right, the right side is only about 5 points because black just bent over there. Then it means that white has about 55 plus Komi, but 50 is not easy. Later black can enter like this. So if black plays this one, white's territory will get shrinked to about 35-ish, like that. But black has upper right corner here. It's about 15, and this B area is about a bit more than 15. So altogether, it's about 32, 3, and the lower side is 10, 43. So it means that if black takes about 10 points while taking this group and come back to this one, then it is okay game for black. I believe that black can easily get it. So that's why I'm positive on this game for black. So which color would I prefer? Then I would say I prefer black.
Right.
Okay, so let's move to the next one.
All right.
Good. So I will move forward.
And Todd will be moving to game 3 now. Moving to game 3.
Okay.
Ooh, looks like a fighting.
Now this game was more interesting than the first two. First two was like, how to say, game. So this one, I believe the black made early success. So when I look this case, then it looks good for black, is it? White's upper side, upper right corner, it's about 27 plus capture stone, it's about 30. And the lower side is 12, 42, and the left side, so 50. White has about 50 plus Komi. And black's upper side to the middle is about 20. About 55 up to, I have a mark. Can make it up to this line. Okay, below this line is about 55. So black's this upper side covers all white's points. So now the middle left, is the middle good for advantageous for black or white? Black played this one. It means that black doesn't want to severely attack this group. Black could have chosen the option like this Hane, or maybe just simply cut to attack the whole group. But black believes that if I get this, so I get more than this line, then I'm leading by a lot. So I believe that this game is clearly better for black. So the reason comes from the upper right corner. So let me start it. Okay, this one. Okay, but this kind of stuff is like confused one from the old player's point of view. It is like that. Black plays this one. Why not? White plays this Chinese opening. Why not? And then black approaches this one to let white attach and jump and then go out. Then is this black's move like reasonable from your point of view, Chris?
Oof. It almost looks, to be honest, if I saw it, I would think maybe my recorder made a mistake.
Right. So to play this one, I mean, why does black need to enter this white's, formation area and make a weak group. It doesn't make sense. But nowadays, this kind of move is possible. So possible to play, but it's not my taste. So I wouldn't play like that. So instead, Black can just extend or maybe approach like this. But here I prefer white.
What is it? What when you say it's possible these days? Why is it? What is the idea to sort of maybe sacrifice the bottom in return for some outside influence?
It's because in the past, this kind of group, A group, we treat this as a weak group, potential weak group.
Yeah.
So it is in Korea, it is called tiring group. So this kind of group makes you tiring. So that's why you better not making it. But nowadays, okay, Black just plays this. It's light. How can this be, weak? That is the idea that we got after the AlphaGo. That AI programs suggest many of these kind of moves. Instead of playing a move for the side, they play moves for the corners. So this becomes so clear. Corner-friendly moves are more important than the side-friendly moves. So even though this extension is so obvious from the aged Go player's point of view, nowadays AI doesn't even play this one and corner is important. I go there like this. So makes sense. But what if I play here to make this as a tiring group? Well, it's not. Escape, it's already alive. So why? Or it can be, transformed as nice influence like this. So if you understand this, maybe it is possible, but I'm aged, so I cannot, sometimes, I cannot take the fashion that, no, I cannot take it.
Wait a minute, wait.
Yeah.
France is all about fashion, right?
Right. So Black played another move to strengthen. So White's moves looks more efficient, but this one is a bit unusual. White normally plays like this one or here, or maybe jumping like this. But this one looks a bit awkward because that form is a bit soft, slack,
A bit
and Black plays shoulder everywhere, is it? And White is strong enough, so instead of playing pushing, White decide to play pincer. And after taking pincer, this is a bit, unusual case. But if it is a usual case like this one, this is more like the usual distance. Then after that, as Black, normally Black doesn't do something right away, but just jump. This kind of idea comes quite often. It means that when White connects, Black approaches to have a connection like that. And if White answers to this one, then Black blocks it. Okay. But in this case, because White's distance was pretty short, Black just entered right away. It's opposite. It's short, very narrow distance, so Black enters. But it should be opposite. It is narrow, so Black should not, is it? But the reason why Black enters, even though it is narrow, is because Black wants to make this as over-concentrated shape. Okay. That is a new concept after AI. So with these exchanges and extension, then White's shape here is a bit over-concentrated. So what let's go with this? That's why White played here and then Black cross-cut. Okay. So
two things. One is, over-concentrated. That's not a new. That's a concept that's been around for a long time. It's. But let's go. We had a question from our viewers. I'm sorry. There's a little bit of a lag between when on YouTube, but it goes back to the move that you were showing, the N6 move, and somebody was wondering about what about something like P8? Is that P8
instead of N6?
Yeah.
P8. Here.
P8,
here.
Yeah.
It is possible, but this kind of moves are, played more to this case. So let's say White plays this one, Black plays this, and then play here. So this is the similar spot, like this one. then this move means that when white answers, black wants to come over, okay, to have a good connection on the lower side. White need to cut, but then black is more prepared with this extra stone. So often this kind of move is looking for this move, and in case white answers to this, then black covers like that. So it's possible, but when I saw this case, if black play here, what would you say? Okay, I answer. Then what's your plan B? To follow up. Then white can push, and here the connection is much, thinner. So I don't think that it is good in this case. So
got it. Great, thank you.
If black plays here, it could be, like this, then black has a better connection. But that exchange itself is quite okay for white. So no, okay. But yeah, this kind of move is playable in many cases.
Okay. So let's go back to the game.
Okay. When black attaches cross-cut, white extend, even if white extend to this one, no matter how white answers, black can use so many center moves with this kind of attaches. This kind of touching moves makes opponent feel so annoyed, is it? The opponent just attaches and go for go outside, then you're having like 10 minutes that, how should I answer? If I do this, my opponent will do this, and then, it's so difficult. This kind of stuff is so good. If you want to have a better position than your opponent, then send this kind of uncomfortable question, then your opponent would go crazy. Okay? So this is how the strong players, they make their opponent go crazy. Okay? It's annoying. So to endure well, why need to go up like this? Okay? And says that, if you do this, then my shape is strong enough, or it is not over-concentrated, so I'm fine. I can do that. But if I does it, then black has this living possibility. So that is also annoying. But if I were white, I would have tried this one, because to answer here or here is exactly what black wants to do. So that looks good for black. And even this extension, black doesn't even give this. Black goes out, because at some point, this thread is so powerful. So at some point, white need to come back to this one. So white doesn't want to do this, so white played one Atari connection and then come back. That was a bit awkward. White should play this Atari, not here. But anyway, after this, black just cuts right away to squeeze it, in this way. That was great. Okay, so I saw the game when black cut up to here, and I thought that this is gonna come, and that must be great. And there's no other way. So white's this area is over concentrated, but black's outside, wow, it's so full of potential. So the upper right corner is only 30 points. So from this position, that white's area, how many points would you give it? It's up to estimate it though.
Maybe what, 30-ish?
You give 30 points to this. You're so generous.
Well, it's not territory yet, is it?
Yeah, it is not. But I would give only about 20. 20 maximum, 20, 25 is also too much to me.
Maybe
so
20.
That 20-ish area turns to 30, clear 30. But black's outside is definitely more than 10 points, profit, because that thickness is just like everywhere. So when this kind of situation comes to my board, then I feel that if I were black, then I would feel like I have a sun. Sun is with me. So if sun is with you, then everything's fine, isn't it? And if the sun is on my opponent's side, sun is your enemy, then everything what you do must be so influenced to that, right? So that's my influence. If black got it, then this is so early leading game for black.
I think there's a song in song, I have to think maybe the chat can come out there. Or there's a song, the song about the sun. It's a sunny day. So yes, we'll find that song for you.
Okay, great.
A sunny day.
Sunny day, okay. And black plays this one, okay. Attach, cross cut. Okay, I was afraid of this. So if I were black, I would have just answered once. But black didn't, so I was expecting that white does it right away. but white didn't. White made one more exchange and then attach and cut. Okay, and white took the corner. Well, locally, I prefer this for white. I wouldn't do it. I'm always against of this kind of situation that I keep just focusing on my group, but my opponent collect points. It's like, how to say, I had like 50-ish area. My opponent says that, oh, can I take this 10? And I say, okay, you take 10 because I still have 40. Then can I have 5? Then you got annoyed with it. Okay, I will accept it. And then come back and can I have 2 more? This kind of stuff is so annoying. So I already cut that case with this attach because, black can take this corner, but now white flipped the corner. So the corner is quite big. But I suppose black treat this as miai, that black can take one of them. Because after black attacked this, black didn't give territory much. So it means that white should be able to handle in a better way. I suppose white thought about this option too, but black gonna cut, white answers go down like this. This is also not good for black, for white, maybe jump. But can be, white could have chosen this option too. But after here, as long as black plays this Atari, black did not give much. So I still prefer this game for black. So you see that white is behind, so white is trying to nagging, black, and black just says, okay, no, just go on his way. Because if you answer like this, then white can look for using this thinness. Okay? So he just cut the place where he could get some trouble. Okay? And after peep once, and black just go on black's way. Okay. I believe, no, black didn't. Black played here. Okay? Because black believes that it is enough. Okay. So up to here. Oh, not this one. Black played this. Okay. Then we can count. Really count for the upper side. Let me count it.
It's actual territory now.
26, 32, 42, 48, 9, 51, 50. 5, 6, 66, 72, 4, 7, about 75. Then black is leading about 20 points, but white got the target on the lower side, this A group. But this A group is not easy to attack. So as long as this black group is safe, black can simply extend to get the I space here, extend and then cut. So it's not really killable, but attackable. But to get 20 points from attack must be not easy. So this game, I can tell that the game is clearly better for black.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. Let's look at the game 4. We'll go on to game 4, Todd.
Yeah.
And again, folks, questions or comments, just pop them in the chat, and we will get to them as quickly as we can.
Surprised by the last move like this one, so but it was apparently a miss, click.
Board 4. Oh yeah, my that's one of my brand new game recorders. So he's
okay. I see. So now we finally face the familiar names. Is it Jiang Mingju and Alexander Chi? So very young and aged players. Are making
I won't tell Mingju that you said that.
No, please. So I didn't say old, aged.
Aged. That's different. That's like a good wine, like a fine wine.
Yeah, aged wine, like that. I'm more on Jiang Mingju's side, so I change my word. This game, but Jiang Mingju played this game as a traditional way. I can tell. A very traditional way, and Alex played in the modern way. Okay, so it is like a representative game between the traditional style Go players versus the modern style Go players. So first, let's start with this opening formation.
I was just going to ask what how would you characterize the traditional style players and the modern style players?
Modern style players means that they fully adapt their moves after the AI version. So focused on making guaranteed points and more, let's say, practical moves like that. But the traditional type players, they play traditional formations like this. How old is this Kobayashi opening? It's about Kobayashi Goichi, old formation. Nowadays, it's kind of disappeared. So, Jiang Mingju used it. In fact, this one, Lee Sedol used. Okay? Lee Sedol used against AlphaGo, the game one. You know about that. So AlphaGo played this one and jump, that happened. But when Lee Sedol played this one, people thought that Lee Sedol plays very unusual way because it was kind of disappeared opening formation at the time. So we thought that Lee Sedol is like playing, not playing Go, but like playing fun, play or testing AI programs. It was that much already at the time. It was kind of old. So okay, black playing this one. White approaches pincer. This is the one which is nowadays broken because white can play here. And after black's jump, which is more common option, white push and cut. This was the one of the earliest, most shocked option by AI programs that people didn't play this kind of moves. It's so practical, isn't it? I mean, white can just cut and capture. Then why doesn't cut like this? I mean, isn't it? The old pattern must be Hane, push, and then Tiger Mouse. Is it? You know this shape. I'm sure that old Go fans knows this. It is called flying knife pattern. Is it? Is it
something like that? Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Even that has a name because it's played a lot by amateur players. However, why not play this one? Even though white can just simply go and cut. It's because even though white takes this, black's outside thickness is great. So exactly the same shape, but we have different point of view. In the past, this is good for black because black's outside is great, white has only about 15 points. But now we say is that, wow, white has 15 points in black's corner. It was black's corner, right? And white's outside, no, it's not a big deal. It is very similar to this 3-3 invasion that after having like this position, in the past we felt that black is only like 8.9 points, but white's outside is great. But no, because it is not easy to convert that kind of thickness to point. That's why. So I was expecting this and wondering why Jiang Mingju played this one because it's so famous one among strong players. But he plays this one. He prepared for this. But still, I believe that it was good enough for white. White took not 15, but still good enough. And black's outside is thinner. So white has fewer points, but black's outside is much thinner. So I prefer this result for white. And white plays here. That is interesting. I wouldn't touch. I wouldn't do. And this one is also a bit outdated move. It's like side-friendly move. Nowadays, this approach comes directly approach. Or if black really, really want to divide, black plays this one. That is the way to divide. But black played this. So with these two formations, this one and this one, I said that black's move was a bit, play in a traditional way. Okay.
So it feels a little stubborn. Stubborn, and it reminds me. I always like to put in tennis references because I play tennis, but when they with the new rackets and when people were playing with newer rackets and bigger rackets and more powerful rackets and some of the older players, for Roger Federer, for example, Roger Federer took a long time to convert to the new rackets. He kept staying with his old racket, right? But eventually, even Roger Federer, the great Roger Federer had to switch to the newer rackets. And this move feels like that. It's like, Mingju has been playing this move for a long time. And he feels like, this move has always been good. He doesn't want to maybe change with the fashion, maybe.
Okay. That's what happened in the Go World Tour. The legendary player Lee Chang-ho. Lee Chang-ho was famous that he doesn't study Go with AI programs. So he doesn't play AI moves. Not at all. He plays some, but he didn't enter the 3-3.
Lee Sedol, and how he and all the other players just didn't understand how the AI really worked at that time when it first came in.
Right. Somebody's making a comment, which is right, which is that part of Lee Sedol's problem was that he didn't understand how the AI. Well, I don't think any of us did. My guess is probably even the AlphaGo people didn't understand either.
Right.
I think one of the things that's happening now is that folks have a much better understanding of how the AI works and how to use this new tool, right?
Right. Anyway, come back to the Lee Chang-ho issue that he was famous that he doesn't study with the AI programs, but he said about a couple of years ago that he started studying with the AI program. So he's taking the new market. He's the Roger Federer in Go World, right?
Right.
And he's taking the AI programs. Okay.
Well, because the problem is that if the game changes, you can't. You try to impose the old style on it, but at a certain point, you have to acknowledge that the game has changed.
Yes, it is. Sometimes you need to follow the wave, is it? Okay. So why push
or be swamped?
Okay, swamped. So after Hane, this is so difficult question. I saw this game while they were playing. And I thought that, wow, it must be so tough for Black to make the decision, because white is forcing Black to just answer. Then it's just a good exchange, because upper side is, shrinked and it is fixed. It's like not over concentrated, but there's no zero potential. So Black, of course, wanted to play this one, but then white can cut and go down and use this one as not sent there. But this one is so good because later Black play here, white jumped and then white stopped. It's good because there's no good continuation. White can connect and block here. Then Black need to play Hane to kill, then white can squeeze up to this one. Then you see that up to this J line, up to this line, Black has only 13 points, only 13. But if Black just had this connection like this, then up to this line, Black gonna have 12, 14, 15, 16, 19, about a bit less than 20. So to get this kind of squeeze up to here, it's losing more than 10, because losing that about 7 points, and white can squeeze and get some points around this area too. So to play this Black's move, Black, should take that. Okay, I'm playing here, I'm going to lose 10 points, but okay, let's do it. That's quite tough decision, is it? So I said that the first game, the Sung-Hoon On, he used to play. I don't know whether he's still playing like that, but he plays in a very sensitive point way. If it was him, then I'm sure that he would have connect here. But instead of playing this one, Jang Mingju get more power in the middle, but gave 10 points. So after giving 10 points, clearly the game was. 4 points, it was good for white. White played here, Black plays this. So the job for Black is to use this move, more valuable than 10 points. Can Black make this more than 10 or less? It depends, is it? It depends on how the game would go, right? But white already take 10 points in his pocket. Okay? That is the modern style. Just collect 10 points first, and then, okay, I will just save it. Okay, that is the style. And that is exactly why people enter the 3-3. Just 3-3, okay, you got nice influence. Do whatever you want. I already take your corner, like this. Okay, that's the modern way. Annoying way, Black attach it, extend pin saw. Okay, this is the classic way. White could just make the connection underneath to avoid fight. but I think white treat this as the place white need to fight. It looks a bit heavy though. Okay? It's a bit heavy. So after exchanges, white came back to this. So looks like an interesting fight. It depends on what aji exists on the lower side. If on the lower side, if there is something like this one, that black can clearly cut these 4 stones, it should be good for black. But if black plays here, white gonna make the button move and cut. So this move isn't working nor attached because white can just collect, that 1 stone and save it. So as long as this group is connected, then what white need to do is only saving the middle, which I believe that white can. So if I can save this, then the game must be favorable for white. Okay. Why the game is favorable? Because white is leading by points, and fight is happening in black's area. So in case white saves, black is lagging points. So this is the modern way. Just take cash as much as possible, and then jump into opponent's area and crash. This is when AlphaGo shared games, AlphaGo Zero versus AlphaGo Lee version, then most of the games AlphaGo Zero won in this way against AlphaGo Lee or Master. Okay. Just collect points and then give the big framework, enter, boom, finish, okay, like that. So I think the game is going on that way. But we don't know, white connects and black can cut. So Jiang Mingju is now holding a big weapon to try to crash Alex Chi. And Alex says that, okay, no, I have more points, so let me go. That is what is happening on this board. Okay, so we briefly checked all the...
Perfect. You see, this is a sign of a professional. We're at perfect break time too. We're going to take a very quick little 5-minute break and let In-Song get. I don't know what you're drinking at this hour because I know it's evening where you are. So what's a tea? Okay, all right. So we can refresh your tea. We'll give you guys a chance to reset. I'm going to just walk into the room and take a look and see how things are in there. Actually, I'm going to check on my game recorders, make sure I have a young man who's one of my game recorders who had a bloody nose, actually. So I have to make sure he's okay. And then we'll be back in just about 5 minutes to take a little. here with In-Sung Hwang. He's joining us from his home in Europe, and we're very pleased to have him here to shed some light on these round 3 Masters top board games. So I think you wanted to take a look at, you were saying that white seems to have pulled ahead and you're not sure where black went wrong. Should we take a look and see if we can figure it out?
Yeah. It seems that in this position, it is clearly better for white. White is leading about Komi, but black has some thickness in the middle, so black need to use it. But in fact, I'm not sure whether black is even thicker than white. So all of a sudden, the game become quite okay for white. So we should check. We have checked this game up to this one, okay, when black plays here and exchanges. First, when black plays this one, I feel that black was also relaxed, that okay, nothing is bad because I did nothing wrong. True. And white picked an answer here. I felt that it was a bit, a bit too soft to answer there. But this one has an aim that in case black plays elsewhere, white can play this, diagonal move to split this. Then this black's group is in fact pretty weak. Therefore, white's this move is forced black to answer. But of course, black doesn't want to, is it? Because white collect points, strengthen, and says that, okay, you answer me. No, so black pipped here. Okay, well, what if I play here and then go through? Then what is that? If I just cut, then black also cut, which remove the weakness here. Now there's no weakness between A and B, but there is a weakness that if I doesn't answer like this, then later black can start this one. It's annoying. Black can play this one, or black can start from like here or this one, then white will go crazy, right? Therefore, white didn't play this one but play here. Okay, you can take some points back, but you need to answer for sure. And black says, okay, you're right, I should just answer. So eventually, white's this one, removed to this level, is it, about the territory. But at the same time, white made this area pretty thick. Okay? This white shape looks so, strong, isn't it? I mean, this white groups. So if this white area gets thicker, clearer, then this A group is weak, is it? Therefore, black should have answered, which black did, play an extra move, and then white takes empty to enter this area. But this one made me, surprised, because as a Go player, if you just jump, your opponent gonna take points. So don't you like to come and break it?
Yeah.
Because your opponent makes points, or maybe come closer like this, because you want to erase like 2 points more, 3 points more. But white's move is so relaxed that I don't need to do it because I'm leading anyway. It's so relaxed. Okay. Wow, this is so good. Okay, so black answered, thank you, and take it. But this one can threat this black's middle later. So quite good. And jumped. This was the biggest point move. In fact, playing like this one is like nearly no point compared to this one. Is it? So when white went down, it was already here. White went down, black played this one, white answered. So it was the time for black to come back. Then it's like everything is on the line, is it? But black decided to play for the middle instead of blocking this corner, which is about 15 points worse. So white says that, okay, I thread, okay, but you played another move, I jump like this. So I got 15 points cash, but you got one move in the middle. So can you get point from this stone, what you played? And black says that, yes, I think so. So black peeped. Try to thread, it's like pincer. B and C are pincering A to cut this D. Okay, and white exchange once and then strengthen the connection and use that and then enter. And black says that, I cannot touch an hane. You have so many weaknesses, so you need to step back. If I steps back, everything's okay. I believe that black gained enough points from the move A. While giving this B 15 points cash. But here, white disagree. White says, no, this move isn't working. So black connects Atari. Then, what if I pick? block, then there is a big trouble. So I had to connect. This is so big damage. So good exchange for black, and black even extend. Oh, I think I can extend and do something. It's quite scary situation for white. But white just even ignored. Okay, do whatever you want. Then, what can black do? Can black do something here? There's nothing. Okay. So if there's nothing black can do, this extension was bluffing. The bluffing. Okay. You know what? I can kill you. You know what? I can do something. And then white says, okay, go ahead.
But let me ask you though, at this level, like at my level, bluff, yes. But at this level?
It is scary. Yes. It looks so, scary, isn't it? What if, like that?
A squeeze, and then a squeeze, and then a draw. I don't know.
Yeah, black can squeeze. There are many ways to squeeze, but white just answers, then everything's fine.
Got it. Okay, all right.
That's why what black could have done was only just connecting here,
Right.
but white collected. But why white is collecting? White played this move A for free, okay? Because black extended here. If black knew this, then black wouldn't do this. Black would just connect. White answers. Then black doesn't need to extend to give this, but let white play one very good move for free. Okay. So I think there was a reading error from black side, that black thought that this extension, white must answer. Then maybe I use some center moves from this direction later. But white just ignored. And there was actually nothing. So black only played this connection, which made this game very comfortable for white. I counted that black-white both has about like 50 points. And you see that white is leading, so white is making things simple. Push, like this. Atari, just clearly, solidly connect and enter.
So big.
Yeah, move. So I'm just doing nothing, okay? I'm collecting points like this. That is what I was saying. So when my opponent is leading, he doesn't try things, like for instance, instead of this one, I'm behind, I believe, but white touches and hard. Then I'm happy that, wow, you give me a chance, thank you, maybe I can get a chance to win. But all of a sudden, when your opponent start playing like this one, then you feel powerless. Okay? In this kind of case, in Korea, what we say is that white got a bill. Okay? White already got a bill. So how many points of black, how many points of white they both have. So when you get a bill, you don't need to be hurry or rush. So I think white understood the game situation well. So we'll play very relaxed way. Like Hane connection is another very big one. If I does it, then I believe that the game is quite okay for white. I don't know about him, personally, but he has a record that 10 out of 10. So in the last year European Go Congress, so he must be strong enough to win.
He seems like a very calm player too, and that's somebody who
yes, very calm, relaxed. So this relaxed feeling comes from the confidence. Okay? So when you know many things, that when you're playing a game like this one, you're white. You may feel that, am I doing right? Maybe my opponent has too many points. How can I use my influence? You may have that kind of anxious, right? But you studied well, so you know that nothing you did is wrong. Then you have own self-confidence. I didn't do anything wrong, so what? What do I need to afraid like this? Okay? I think that's why white is so relaxed. Nothing was wrong, and game is easy. How can I be wrong like this? So white played very relaxed in a relaxed way. So white exchanges this one, very good. So white is now policing Goban. Okay, policing means that don't make some rubbish place. Just make it polish and to just finish it. Okay, so that is how white wanted to do. I believe that this game white has a higher chance to win.
Okay,
Okay.
so we're calling this for white on board one.
Mhm.
Let's take a look and see where we are on board two.
Okay, let's go ahead to the volume game 2.
Okay.
This game, earlier I said that I prefer black, is it? When black plays this one. What black need to do was taking about 10 points from attack. I believe that it is easy. But in fact, this push, the last move, maybe black can just cover to give a full pressure, but it's a bit, lukewarm. So that's why black wants to, push hard and squeeze it. But when white plays this one, attach once and go out, when white actually cuts the way, it wasn't easy. Because after white cuts this, this B group gets weaker. So it's not the diagram I was expecting. Okay, so black goes out here, but white split. So even black's group is also unstable. Black pipped here to aim the thinness. White can connect, but black can squeeze it. This is already squeezed. White cannot connect because black can connect. So white can only cut, then black plans to Atari and block. Then you see that it is well squeezed. So upper side black's territory is actually pretty big. 21, 28, 30, 38, and 44, 8, about 50 to 55 black has. So it covers all white's territories. But this black's group is weak. So white is attacking. And while white is attacking, white got this capture as the bonus. So big, is it? So when white separate, I thought that the game must be not bad for white.
If Shin Hyun-suk.
However, when black plays this one, white plays softly. And white is trying to let black connect. So compared to what I expected, black is pretty well connected just by this. So white should have had a better way to handle this. Maybe not answering here, but somehow need to endure like this. Black may cover, but white can also try this kind of stuff. It's so scary for both. But this one looks easy for black. So after black made the clear connection like this, I feel this area is so thin. So white cannot clear up this area. You see that black steps in. So up to now, the game is on, is it? White pushes to separate, but there's no big deal. So black may answer here, or black may play an extra move to threat, or entering this area to threat the bottom line. Then I still believe that the game is favorable for black.
Favorable, but are you calling it for black, or you just feel like it's black? Black is in good position.
Yep. I mean, white chased, but still it is a favorable game for black.
Okay.
I would like to call. Okay, because I didn't expect that black can easily connect like this by just one move. Okay, so this game.
We'll move on to game 3, board 3.
Yep, 3.
Board 3, and we're good.
Good. So this one, it was the most clearest game that why black was clearly ahead. So when black plays this one to take about 75 points on the upper middle area, white should attack the lower side group, but there's no clear way to see how to attack. So I started from this one. Okay. This kind of stuff is like question that white doesn't know how I can do. If I can find the clear way to attack this well, then white would have gone. But white doesn't know, so that's why white asked it. Okay, how would you react it? If you answer like maybe this one and really solidly try to block this, then maybe I can use some sente moves. For instance, like if this kind of situation comes, maybe this is sente. You tenuki, then I can cut. Okay, so you need an answer, then maybe with this one sente move, I can surround and maybe kill. Like this kind of stuff is what white was looking for, and black ignored. you want to erase, even you, okay, I will kill it like this. Okay, that is what white is saying, black is saying, and white uses this exchange to strengthen in order to cut the middle. White wants to do this one. Okay, so white did it, but black says that PB is sent there. If PB is sent there, what if I just simply block? Okay, block. Then the cut isn't working because I already used this P to save this cutting point. So your middle is dead. And it is true, the middle was dead. So up to here, now game is simple. If I can make something in this middle, I can still play a game, otherwise not. But I don't see a way. I need to Atari once to play something like this, but black can push. Push, is it working? This is working, but connect, white still can cut. But black can block. But before block, I can push two to save this weakness and cut. So it seems that there's no way out. Then after jumping, black need to find the solution inside. It looks black can. How exactly can black do it? It's a bit unclear. Black can maybe wedge. This looks possible to increase the number of liberties and reduce white's liberty, but it's unclear. Okay, unclear. So black cannot connect to this. That's the problem. But when white connects, black doesn't connect, but black can play here. Then when white cuts, black can push to look for catching up. Catching this. So white can connect, but black's group is safe like this. So it's like Miai then. White need to play Atari, but white cannot Atari. So I think this game is about to end because this is the only hope. Okay. So clearly, this game in the opening stage lacks this. Sacrificing strategy, was so great. Okay. White got only 30 points there, but black's outside was so thick. So after this attach and cross cut, in general, white extend to this one, okay. Or sometimes white Atari and push. But in this case, black would probably play like this one. Okay. So this one wasn't easy, wasn't clear. It doesn't mean that it is like the losing move. No, not at all. But because of that, black got a chance to do this one easily. And white answered here, black cut through, and white can only answer then. Okay. White shouldn't cut. After cut, black goes out. Not easy to see a good continuation. Okay. So white exchanges up to here and then come back. But black's this cut and squeeze was just great. Okay, so black was winning, and black is about to finish the game. The game is up to here. Okay.
Good example of finishing. Finishing when you're in good shape and not just coming up with other stuff. So good.
Right. Okay, so we should
go to let's take a look at board 4. Looking at board 4, this is again in the Masters third round, and of course.
Okay, so let's see briefly. So white eventually saved the group in the middle, but had to pay the 3 stones on the left side. So the tail is cut. Okay, the tail, that 3 stones are tail, but white saved it so well on the top. Then we need to count. Okay, black's lower left, area, left side is 22, 30, 31, about 33. Black has about 33 there, and upper side is 10, 25, 25, 27. So 33 was. 33, 27, 60. Black has 60 points. Plus middle a bit, not a lot. Maximum 5. 5 must be a good number for black. and black is trying to save the group on the right side, but doesn't have points yet. So black has about 65, and white has about 7 points on the top, and upper right corner, white blocks, then white gonna have about 13, so 7, 13, 20, and the lower side, 23, 9, 33, and 38. It's about 40 plus middle, 44, plus Komi, about 50. Now, white has a bit more than 50. So it means that white should take about 15-point profit from attack. I believe that it is possible. What I counted was, I did not even count below this line because it is open. But that side, we can say it is blocked because even if black connects it, white block. White wouldn't block, but if I take this one, then it should be more. 15, 25, 26, 36, so it was 40. White gonna have like 50 guaranteed points plus Komi, but black had about 65. So it looks like there is about 15 points gap on the board, but that 15 points gap comes from the situation that white couldn't get any point from attack. But middle group is a bit thin, and the right side is pretty thin. For instance, white can hard and push. I suppose he's thinking about playing this one. If black answers, then white can play this one. And then jump like this. And then white should grab. And this looks weak, pretty dangerous.
Very dangerous, yeah.
Right. So instead of this one, I think black should Atari once and push in order to let white block and having this exchanges first before connecting. Then because black made one more exchange like AB, so black has a lot higher chance to save this group. Okay. Therefore, when black plays here, white should say no. Then black goes out. Then there will be, fight. Okay. This is the interesting part of Go. Okay. So here, this is like a borderline. Let's say borderline between America and Canada. Then white says that, okay, I just stay in my land. Okay, me too. So we are just even. Okay, we don't hit each other. Then who's winning? That is important. Let's say America is winning in this way. Then Canada says that, okay, I need to invade your country. So if America just says, okay, you just take like some part of my territory, then the American people will say that why you just give that territory, then of course he would lose the presidential, is it? Therefore, that black, American president also says that, oh, you give this, if I give this, you should give this too. And then that is the combat. Okay? So to know where the borderline is so important because that becomes your standard. So you know what is what. I mean, after history passes, then it's so clear that, oh, something was wrong, something was right. But if you're in the middle of the history, then you don't know whether you're doing right or wrong, even though it is very apparent. At the time, you don't know, right? So this is the moment that they need to fight. So I believe that they are thinking about that part. What white should afraid is that white just plays this one and black saves this without any problem. If black plays here and saves it, then white is not leading this game by points. That's why. Okay. But earlier than that, after here, it was clearly better for white. Okay. By the story, I feel that it should be a good game for white. But white blocked, and maybe this was a bit too much, because when black plays here, white even played Hane, but I think white can connect and try to save the whole group. Because to kill this whole group doesn't look easy. Why should somehow try to save everything? Because it's not that scary to do it. Or not even block here. So start from this extension and look for saving. Because black plays this wedge and connection and cut. So why the saving? This was good though, but Black gained quite a lot of points. Why is this Atari was so good too? Okay. Black couldn't endure. Black should be able to endure like this if Black wants to go to the edge. But Black decide, okay, I take this, you take this. So Black takes this one. White also should have thought about this extension. So even if Black plays this, I'm still fine. It's scary though. But they both played in a most, how to say, like soft way. Okay, I believe that still the game is okay for White. It's more like pretty okay for White, but it's unclear that. So eventually White blocked, and then let Black play this one. That is the and White caught. So when Black attacks, White wants to capture. White shouldn't connect and give this. It doesn't make sense. So White gonna capture. White did capture, is it? And then Black attacks, then White wants to endure this call.
Oof.
That's quite tough way. So it means that White decided not to do this one. Maybe he thought that this push and go through here is so painful. And true, it is. So Black White decide not to do. Atari. Okay. So the game is not finished, but if I need to choose one color, then I would definitely choose white. But we need to pass the last exam.
maybe a little, or maybe still too much of the game to play, I think, right?
Right.
Interesting. Okay. So we'll do we'll just spend before we wrap up this session. A couple of things. You have, I think, a new book out, yeah?
Yes. Thank you.
We didn't want to forget about your book, so why don't you talk about your book?
Yeah.
Okay. Troublemaster.
Yeah, Troublemaster. This is my first book that after 20 years of experience in teaching in the Western world, I got to know that people cannot find the answer, not because they don't know the answers, but more like because they don't know what the question is, what the questions are. So this is the life and death problem, but it is not your daddy's life and death problem. Not like, the traditional style. First, you need to find the problem first. There is a whole board situation, and there are like sometimes 5, sometimes like 10 problems are hidden. So you need to detect the problematic area first and then go into it. But if you solve life and death problems, you already know that it is black to play. You can kill or you can save or call. But if you play an actual game, then who say this to you? So you don't even know what's happening and then just pass it. But if you train with this, then you would get to know that, I feel something here. Okay. I think there is something like this. You will learn about reading intuition, life and death intuition. Life and death is not only about reading power, but also a part of, intuition is a big part. So I made this book for that. After, I review about 3,000 games a year. That's quite a lot. But there are so many life and death where good end games or, some tesujis just leave behind that because people do not know. People couldn't get the question. But if the question comes up from their brain after having a better technical or life and death intuition, I believe that they can find. And to find this kind of interesting life and death cases in their games is one of the biggest joys in this game. So I want to give that. Even volume 2 books. So you can search it on Amazon. You can buy it. So please check. If I were at the U.S. Congress, then I would have brought some books, but I couldn't do.
Yeah. No, and I for many years, I would ask anytime I got a pro, I would ask for advice on how to get stronger. And I'm gonna ask you that in just a second. But they would always say, study life and death. And this was going back even 30 years. And of course, there were all these books on life and death. But I think your point is very well taken, which is, that if you already know what the problem is, black to kill, black to live, or, sometimes the answer is Seki if it's a little tricky with the harder problems. It's not really a real life test because you already know what the problem is. But you should still go ahead and the problems are very good. I try to do 50, 100, 200 problems a day just to practice. But I think the other thing that you're talking about is very important is intuition, because I think people maybe don't appreciate the importance of intuition, because life and death problems seem very not intuitive. It's very logical, right?
Yes.
And can you talk a little bit more about the intuitive part?
I always believe that one of my mottos for my life or teaching Go is that it is even more difficult to find the question than the answers. Especially this Go game, it is a complicated game, not because there are not many, it is not too difficult to find the answers. It's more like there are too many answers, so it is difficult. Because you can easily get convinced by your moves, because every single move you play, you gain profit. Oh, I play here, I can get like 3 stones. Okay, why is it bad? I'm taking something. But instead of taking that 3 stones, like 6 points, you can get like 15 points. That's why it is bad, is it? So you may fall into your wrong frame that, oh, my move is working, so why not? This must be an answer. But those kind of answers are like everywhere. So if you know what the right question is on that board, then you won't get wrong. Because when I ask the right question during the review, after the game, I ask the right question to the players. In this case, that situation is here, so black need to do this one. So what should black do? Then they often find the right one. Then I said, how do you know? Well, because you already said, but I didn't tell any answer. But I gave the right question. Then answer is so easy. That's why, in our life as well, find the questions, not the answers. Then you can easily answer follows. Okay, so try to find the questions. So this kind of problems is not the problem that you find the answer, but you find the questions. If you find the questions, answer just follows. So in every single case. Okay, so when you're stuck in the middle of the game, I don't know what to do. Then you should ask the question. Okay, what the right question is in this situation? Then often, the better ideas come. Okay, so that's why. So I often emphasize this one during the review and anything else. Okay.
I should say it seems very French. It seems very philosophical. Very philosophical, can I say?
But they are always finding questions and don't care about the answers. So.
No different. And then talk a little bit about your school and let people know about the school. I think most people watching know about the school, but it's always good to review. And also what your approach is in the school, because I think it's a little bit different maybe.
Yeah, basically it is a league system. But before to tell you about my school, I should inform you that my school is probably one of the most expensive schools. It's because it is like intensive course. So some people participated lightly, treat this as like the YouTube subscription or like Patreon or something like that, and then realize that, it takes too much time of me and then leave. Okay, that's what I understand. But the one who really wants to study and improve their level, then it really fits. Basically, the players come, then they play 5 intensive games against the players who are around their level, from AGA 6 dan to 12Q. So they play tight game, and after that, I review their games. And what I mostly emphasize during the review is to find their style of play. first to discover one's strong point and the weak point. Because when you want to do something, first you need to know who you are. Okay. So for instance, you want to find the point B from point A because you want to go to the point B. Then you need to know where your point is. If you don't know the point A, then you cannot go to point B, right? So people try to find point B answers, it's the same. Oh, where should I go? This direction, this direction. Then I ask it, where are you? Where you are standing on? Because, that is the way. When you make a phone call, okay, where are you? Then, okay, please come here, but where are you? Like this. You need to know point A. So first, people need to know their style of play, what they are good at, what they are weak at. And in the tournament, they need to fully focus on their strong parts to fully use their, strengths. But in the practicing game, like my school, they need to train their weak part. So I discover one's style of play and tell that you're weak at this part. So you need to fight against this. And then when they overcome, then they can improve. So there are two. When you are improving, then you need to focus on your strong points because your strong points carry you to go up to the upper level. But when you're stuck, for instance, you're stuck in one level for 10 years, then you're stuck forever, right? It's because you're stuck in your own sort of habit. So in this case, what you need to do is to discover your style of play and cure your weak part. Okay, so that is how I do. Okay, so once you get to know your style of play, you can move on. Okay, so I share after checking 15 of games, which is one season, 5 games in 1 month. So after 3 months, one season, I share the report, personal goal report, that I analyze one's style of play in 11 parts and tell that you're weak at this part, so you need to focus on this part 60%, this part 20%, like this, and give some personal advice. Okay. And one other big part is the lecture. I give 9 lectures per season, so 27 lectures per year. And through the lectures, I share some, unusual stuff. Nowadays, many of this kind of easy, very often played cases come. So instead of this one, for instance, playing here, it's Kobayashi opening, but it is possible to play like that. It's okay. It's a bit awkward, is it? It's like not the Kobayashi opening, right? But when you study this kind of stuff in advance, and when opponent approaches, you know how it is working and then play, then your opponent would feel trapped because they never had this kind of situation. So that is what I often, recently focused on. Okay? So the kind of unusual moves and some opening formation sets, okay, and give some ideas to share some new point of view. Okay? So lectures to get new ideas and reviews to correct your weaknesses. And at the same time, you play serious game online, which people do in the US Open. But it is not easy to play a serious game in their room, right? Their house, their home. So that is what I provide. So you play seriously, get the review to correct your mistakes and get the new ideas from lectures, and later get the report to fully get to know their style of play. I believe that this is the system that they can, discover their games and enjoy this game even more. Okay, that is the concept. Okay, I let people know who they are. Okay, through the reviews.
One other question before we wrap up. I think because everybody has access to AI now. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people, and AI is free, or even if you pay for it's pretty inexpensive to get access to incredibly powerful AI. So I think a lot of people feel now like why do I need a teacher? I've got AI. Mm-hmm. AI tells me the best move.
Right. I have a good way to explain that. If you go to just McDonald's, then you can get the Big Mac. right? In, I don't know, like $8 or $10. Then why do you go to the restaurant and pay like $30, even including tips? You know, I'm told that tip in the US is a big issue. Why you do that? Why you just get the instant food and pay only $5 and then take it? Mm-hmm. Because the nutrition is different, and what you can get, what you can absorb from this is different. Is it? So AI programs, it is good. I also use AI programs when I review my games, but it gives only instant sort of, answers. So you instantly see that, I played A, but I should have played B, and you don't know the reason. And just, okay, it was better. Yes, it's right. And then you forget about it. Okay. But my Go School is like Michelin, restaurant. So there is a chef makes, very, fresh and healthy food and give it to you even. Okay, what about this? Okay, I just, give it directly to the person. So after having this food, healthy food, your goal gets healthier. But if you get just instant food every day, I'm full, so why do I need to pay for that? Then you cannot change. You can, okay, if you just take a lot from this, maybe you can, but there is a big difference. Okay? You spend time, just get to know. Let's say you just play like 10 games, quick games, and then get the review from AI instantly. Then it is just like having snacks, 10 snacks. Then it is delicious and you're full, everything looks good, but it is not, So you need to first spend time to play a serious game, isn't it? That is the only thing you can do, right? It's like you have a translator. So, I have a Google translation, so why do I need to study language? But if you have your own language, you can speak another language, then you can fully use it. That's the difference. So AI, you can use it. It's better that you use it in a both way. When you play a serious game and you get this, the review from the teachers, Go teachers, not only me, there are many good Go teachers, then they can tell the personal stuff. But AI, they just see some definitions, only definitions that A was good, B was bad. But sometimes I have that situation. There are some like calm, like territorial type players. They always try territorial and cautious moves and win some games, lose some games, and stuck in one level. Then I often ask them to play some overplaying type moves. Just cut first and think later, like this. Then they cut, and that is a overplay. Then AI would say, no, cut, no, it's wrong, so you shouldn't do. They always just cut. Then they would afraid that, of course I cut, then, it's wrong, I don't do. But I cheer them up. This cut, it was bad, but it was good for you. You need to do that. And you just execute that kind of moves and verify that, I was wrong. Why I was wrong? Okay. Like this, I cheer them up. Because they need to go on the path that they have never been. So they can, get to know that whether it was good or not. But if you're just taking one line all the time, then how can you improve? So that's the difference. I personalize their game and give the personalized the commentary, not the definite answer. A was good, B was bad, that is bad. So my review is really like personal. I give the personal like feeling. That is.
I am a cook. I'm a cook also, so I like the chef metaphor. It works that way. I want the good nutritious meal, not just the fast food.
Yeah, exactly. So
okay, unless there are any questions, I think we are good to go. Insong, it has been such a joy to hang out with you for a couple of hours. You've been very, very generous with your time, and I really appreciate it. And I'm sure the entire Go community wishes you and your wife and your family all the best. And as I said, we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thanks for the invitation. I was happy to be part of it virtually.
Okay. All right. We will see you soon. And before we go, 3 o'clock
in the state championship final.
What time?
3.
So, folks, we're back at 3 o'clock Pacific time for the state final, and then again at 7:30. That's a change in time. 7:30, we'll be doing the Perigo final or semifinal.
It's
Something. Perigo something at 7:30.
The
So
first of 2 games.
a couple of games. So stay with us. Insong, thanks again. Wonderful to see you.
Yep.
Be well, stay healthy, and we will see you again soon, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Everybody stay tuned. 3 o'clock, we will see you back here, and that'll be it for right now. So thanks for watching.